afternoon, vets. How you guys doing today? Mark Hills TV here, the podcast, back with another video. I knew this was going to come up, so I kind of got prepared last night for this before I laid down last night, which was information about Manila, the VA in Manila. I knew guys were going to ask. This usually happens when there's a topic that comes up, and a lot of people start asking about that specific topic. Um, they start asking questions in the comment section, and here we go. So let's go ahead and get started with this, man. I'm gonna wait for a couple people to come in real quick, and just to let you guys know, tomorrow I will be doing a live tomorrow, in which I'm going to specifically talk about reporting fraud by veterans. Okay. Now I know this is not a topic a lot of people want to hear about, and it's probably something that you shouldn't do, but sometimes your hands are forced, and people need to understand that they can say all subliminal messages they want to send. When you keep poking the bear is going to poke back. I'll just put it that way. And they watch this channel, so they know exactly who I'm talking to. Um, and there's only so much you can put up with from people. The only way you're going to get people to understand that you're serious is to show them. Instead of talking about it, show them. So I'm going to describe what I'm going to do in the next couple of weeks, and then I'm going to put it in place. And then whatever happens from there happens. Because you keep poking the bear's going to fight back. All right. So I got 3 people in here right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So a couple of questions. Where is the VA located in Manila? Okay. Here's what the facility looks like. Here's the address for the facility in Manila, Philippines. All right. I do know from the time I was there, it's not too far from the embassy. I remember there was some kind of dealership across the street. I don't know if it's still there or not. Trying to think. There was a mall not too far from there. What was it called? S&M, S&R, something like that. There's a mall that's not too far. I know there was a car dealership. I believe it was across the street, and then I think the embassy is on the opposite street, closer to the water, and you got to walk down a little farther. That's from what I remember, and that was probably, what is this, 2022, about 10 years ago or something like that. So it's been a minute, but this is what the facility looks like, and this is the address. Now, if you're going for the first time and you've never been to Manila, you can go to the VA's website. They have here a barcode that you can scan. I don't know if you can scan it on this, but you can scan to get an appointment. You can read this up here. This is to help people who are visiting Manila, who plan on staying in Manila. You need to set up an appointment. You can do that by using this barcode from the VA. Now, I will tell you guys, read the entire disclaimer at the bottom, okay? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and read them, pull it up myself on my screen here. And at the bottom, okay, read the security notice and read at the bottom, because it says the security notice. Visitors' laptops, large electronics devices are not prohibited into the mission facility, includes VA Manila. The security personnel is not authorized to store any of these devices while you complete your VA appointment. Then at the very bottom, that you all can't see all of, it says, this page contains links that will take you outside of the Department of Veterans Affairs website. VA does not endorse and is not responsible for the contents of the linked website. Now, it's funny the VA will put that in there, but it's on their main page. If you go to the VA's main page with Manila, this is what they tell you to do. So be careful if you're going to use this link. That's just a security thing they put out there. Apparently, this is a third-party link, and they may do something else with your information. So be careful using that link. All right, so this is from the VA's main website about Manila. Again, here's the address. And they just started seeing veterans in person starting December 1st, 2021. Okay, here's the time down here. Let's see. So they got phone lines open from 8 to 3. appointments from 8 to 3. Now, the main things people want to know, I'm going to get to it right now. The main things people want to know is this information right here. I apologize that it's small, but in order to blow it up, I would have to put it in so many different pieces. But I will take the time to actually read each one. Well, the main ones, not everyone, but the main ones, so you guys know exactly what you can and can't do when you go to Manila's VA. Now, I want you to pay attention to the second paragraph. There's an asterisk there. The same way there's an asterisk on some of the yes and no questions um, in the full page. The asterisk reads this. It says a service-connected veteran may be treated for non-service connected disabilities within the limits of the VA Manila outpatient clinic as stated in 38 USC, let's see, 1724E. Follow-up appointments, follow-up services and medication requirement for non-service connected conditions will be the veteran's responsibility, including obtaining services and paying all related costs. The foreign medical program is not authorized to treat non-service connected conditions. All right. Now, I want to use this in layman's terms. All right. The VA in Manila, if they have the facilities to treat you for a particular disability that is outside of service connection, they can do it within limits. So, for example, because somebody gonna want an example. So, for example, let's say you break your arm. Now, they may be able to wrap your arm, put it in a sling, and then tell you you need to go down to this hospital so they can actually put it in a cast. All right. Once you leave that facility, you're now responsible for all the costs and everything else that comes with it. You may even be responsible for some of the costs at the VA because it is a non service connected disability. Are we clear on that? So if you go there for a simple cold, let's just say you have a head cold, right? They may have medication there that they can give you for the head cold. All right. That's within their limits. However, it is up to them. They may bill you for the medication that they gave you because it is not service connected. So you need to understand that. The same rules apply when you're going to Manila, Philippines. VA Foreign Medical Program, service connection. Doesn't matter if you even have a 0 rating. If you got a 0 rating for your right foot and your right foot is causing you problems because it's service connected, you're not going to be charged. They're going to take care of wherever it is. And if they can't take care of it at that facility, they're going to send you to another location. They're going to take care of it, and the bill goes to the VA in Manila. Okay? But it all boils down to service connections when you're outside of the U.S. and the U.S. territory. Because if you look at this page, I know it's kind of hard to see, and you can kind of see it. If you blow up your screen, you can see this page pretty clearly. Now, when it comes to United States services, you can see yes all the way down. Okay? When it comes to service connection, there are things that they cannot do even if you're service connected. For example, inpatient hospitalization. They don't have a hospital that they can put you in. Okay? Emergency care in the community. They don't have that. Diagnostic services, no. Dental, no. Physical therapy, no. And that's even if you're service connected. Now, this, as you can see on the bottom, the effective date, December 1st, 2017. This is the most up-to-date information on the VA's own website. All right. There's a lot of things that they don't do, and I'm trying to go through them so you guys can understand. When you go there, you should not expect this. They're not paying for your travel. See, there's beneficial travel, no. Nursing home care, residential care, no. What else we got? Homeless veteran program, no. Alcohol and drug dependency treatment, no. Readjustment counseling, no. Specialized health care for women veterans? No. Caregivers? No. Vet center? No. And then we have some other things here. Special housing adaptive grant and special housing approved. Okay, yeah. So that's the temporary one that you can get overseas. That's no big deal. But I wanted to make sure you guys understand what that is in Manila, Philippines. So you do not go there expecting them to be like the United States. They're not. None of these facilities that you go to that's in U.S. territories is the same as the United States, except Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, you can do all this in Puerto Rico. Every bit of it. Everything that's a no, you can do in Puerto Rico. Okay? Now, all these yeses over here for non-service connection, again, remember the top part that I read. It's all within the limits of the VA Manila outpatient clinic. That's an outpatient clinic. That is not a hospital. Huge difference. All right? Now, when it comes to the foreign medical program and what they will cover, they cover the majority of these things, but you need to be service connected for it. What don't they cover? Travel pay, nursing home, homeless veterans, caregiver program, vet centers. They don't do none of that. Okay, and if you're not service connected, that's no all the way down the line except for voc rehab. Okay, now for those of you who don't know, if you're enrolled in voc rehab, it's just like you being back in the military again. You're covered for everything during voc rehab. If you're enrolled for voc rehab, dude, there ain't nothing you can't get taken care of through voc rehab because you are totally covered for everything. What's up, Mr. B? What's up, T Mix? Kalo K, what's up, Blue? Greetings to the chat. Mr. Miles, what's going on? Always, what's up, Mr. Taylor? Let's see. I'm 100% PNT. Just got awarded. Congratulations, sir. Mr. Miles, congratulating you. Robert, no problem. Let's see. Puerto Rico, yes. Now, Puerto Rico has a huge VA facility, okay? You can, anything you need to get done, and that's what that facility in Puerto Rico is for. It's for people living south of the U.S. That's where you're supposed to go. That's the facility you're supposed to go to. Now, is it easy getting appointments there? No, especially if you're in a country like I am in Colombia and you're trying to get seen in Puerto Rico, you're almost better off going to Florida. Just keeping it 100. You're almost better off going to Florida because you got a couple different options in Florida. You can go to the Miami VA, or you can go to the Fort Lauderdale, the William King Clinic. You got a couple of options versus the one that's in Puerto Rico. What's it called? Where's it? In San Juan? It may be a little difficult getting appointments there. All right. What's up, living in Mexico? Great information being shared here. Yeah, so I knew that question was going to come up, guys, and I wanted to come on to be clear, to be absolutely clear with this, so you guys who are heading to the Philippines can understand exactly what you're getting into. Even though that is the only VA outside of the U.S. and U.S. territories, they are very limited in what they can do because they pretty much go by the same rules as the foreign medical program. So when it comes to dental, because there's always a question, dental, if you are service connected for dental, they can handle it. Or they'll send you, they'll either outsource it or they'll take care of it there. But if you are not service connected for dental and you're overseas outside of the U.S. and U.S. territories, okay, that's a cost you got to pay for on your own. That's why it is good to have health insurance. If you're going to live outside the U.S. territories, you need to get health insurance. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it because you get a heart attack and your only service connection is your right hand. That right hand ain't going to do you no good for that heart attack. You're going to need to have insurance. Now, Bobby D talked about this last night, right? Needing health insurance, and they're not letting you out until you pay. And it keeps accumulating as you sit there and try to figure it out. All right? The worst thing in the world, man, you sitting there, hey, you don't get paid for another 10 days. There's 10 more days they're going to add on to it until you get paid to pay that bill. You guys, you got to know these things going into it, okay? Now, when it comes to countries like here in Colombia, Uncle Allen's clinic in the DR, same thing. Service connection. You need to be service connected. That's why Uncle Allen offers universal health insurance that you can get. The top insurance is like $60 that covers everything. Now, if you at 100%, ain't no excuse, man. There ain't no excuse that you can't pay $60 for health insurance. None. Now, some of you all out there on budgets that's barely getting by, hey, you got to make a personal call on that one. I can't give you no advice. You ain't got no money. But for those of you 100% retirees, you on SSDI, you getting 7, 8 grand a month. There ain't no excuse you can't pay $60 a month for insurance. VA Caribbean, yeah. San Juan, yes, sir. In the hospital in San Juan, as good as the one in the States. Quality care. I mean, I've only been to that one, I think, 3 times when I was staying in the DR. And from what I remember, it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna say that it sucked, but the appointment time, dude, because they kept trying to give me an appointment and they kept rescheduling and rescheduling it. Now there are some things that they do that are similar to the US, and there's sometimes they won't. For example, when I was going to Mission Valley VA in San Diego, they would always give me a hotel because of how far I was traveling. So they would say, how many nights do you need to stay? 1, 2, or 3? The 3 would be the max. Sometimes I wouldn't stay at all. Sometimes I would stay 2 days. Sometimes I would stay 3 days. Now, what I found with Puerto Rico, if you're not getting ready to have surgery, or you didn't have a caregiver, or some other reason other than just going in for a routine appointment, they normally won't do that. But as far as care and for what I needed to get done, it was perfectly fine. I don't have feelings one way or another. I'm neutral as far as that. It wasn't a bad situation, and it wasn't the greatest situation. You know, there was a lot of people in there. Um, it would help if you know Spanish. You could get through a lot quicker. Um, but speaking English is fine. Most people in there speak English just fine. Some you may have a hard time understanding, but when you're in the Caribbean and you can speak Spanish, that helps a lot. Let's see, I'm 100% PNT working on SSDI right now, sir. Okay, good luck to you. Who was that just got it? Mr. Taylor just got awarded SSDI. Now, while we're speaking about that, let me just say this real quick. Just because you're 100%, and this is not to rain on your parade or nothing like that. I love to just come out with the truth. Okay, I know several people back in the States right now. 2 buddies of mine in Arizona, as a matter of fact, who've been trying to get SSDI for at least 7 to 8 years apiece since they've been out the military. They cannot get it for whatever reason. Okay, one's 100% for PTSD. The other one has a couple different conditions with his back, PTSD, one of his legs. You know, he's 100% overall, but for whatever reason, he can't get SSDI. All right. So I'm saying that, man, to just like, don't get your hopes so high you start counting the money already. Okay, yeah, I should get this extra $2,000 a month. Hold your horses. All right. I wish the best to you, Blue, and I hope you get what you deserve. But I want to throw that caveat out there that everybody that applies, you know, and some of us that apply, it takes a couple times. Like, I didn't get approved on my first time around. I got approved the second time around, and absolutely nothing was different. There was absolutely nothing different. So, and then when you do the reviews, and I've talked about this many times before, you guys, with those reviews, when you get Social Security, you better keep up that same level of care. Don't get that money and decide, hey, I'm done messing with them. I'm just going to leave and walk away. Okay. Okay. All right. And this is not trying to help people cheat the system and all that. It's just letting people know up front. The way you get your Social Security, whatever you're doing with your treatment and everything else, you need to maintain it. You need to maintain it. Fair enough? Yeah. Driving, but good evening, just listening. Okay, Mr. Collins, hopefully you're doing well today. Okay, now, are there any questions regarding the Philippines in Manila? I mean, the VA in Manila, Philippines. Do you guys have any other questions when it comes to that? Because hopefully, I've given you guys enough information with that. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering about using VRAP, you can use VRAP if you're in the Philippines. It's right there on the matter of fact, let me pull it back up. It's right there on their website. They want you to use it. Okay, you got until July 1st to sign up if you qualify. You got to July 1st. It's not on that one. Right here on this one. Let me go up here. Take this off. You can see right here at the top, Manila information sheet, right here at the bottom, VRAP. So if you qualify for VRAP, regardless of where you are in the world, because you're doing it online. So if you qualify for VRAP, okay, you're in Manila, you ain't doing nothing, you don't qualify for the GI Bill anymore. It's a bunch of you guys in Manila that don't get the GI Bill, that's not in voc rehab. Here's something you can do right here, VRAP. Take this off. Okay, the universal insurance that Uncle Allen's recommending, is that just for the DR? Now that I don't know. You're gonna have to hit up Uncle Allen for that one. Um, I believe it's just for the DR. I'm guessing on that one. I'm not 100% sure. I know that the insurance that I have here with Shura, that's only for Colombia. And I pay, well, I'm on their top plan. It's like $66 a month. But I do carry Cigna, and Cigna covers me here and everywhere else except for the US. I don't need it in the US. So when I wrote up my plan, well, not wrote up my plan, but got my plan with Cigna, there was no point in me paying for the US because I'm covered in the US. So the plan that I have with Cigna covers all other countries except the United States of America. So I'm basically double covered here. And the only reason I got this here was to satisfy the visa requirement, was to have the local health insurance. That's the only reason I got it. If it wasn't for that, I never would have got this local health insurance because I didn't need it. Okay, now you guys have any other questions at this time when it comes to that? But I'll find out, Mr. Brown, about that health insurance, if it covers you outside of Dominican Republic. I honestly doubt it. It may, but I honestly doubt it. It's raining like cats and dogs, and I'm driving through, so I'm not texting and driving. All right, man. Yeah, use that voice text. Yeah, so use that voice text. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna run through this one last time for you guys who are curious about Manila. You want information about Manila VA. Where is it located? So here we go again. This is what the building looks like. Here's the address. Here are the phone numbers. You got an 800 number if you plan on going, if you want to set up an appointment prior to, which is down here at the bottom. If you're already in Manila, here's a phone number you can call right here, the Metro Manila line. Here's the actual address you guys can use to get there, okay? Now, if you go to the VA's website, it points all this out. You have the address right here, and they've started taking appointments. So you can call between 8 and 3, Monday through Friday. They'll answer your questions or whatever else you need to get done, all right? You can find all this on the Department of Veterans Affairs website. Now here, I'm gonna say this again, VRAP. If you're in the DR, I'm sorry, not the DR, Manila, Philippines, you're not doing anything, you're thinking about getting some kind of job online or doing something, here's your opportunity right here to sign up before July 1st, all right? VRAP. And then here's this link for those of you who are visiting, if you want to try this. Now, they do have a disclaimer at the bottom saying they're not responsible for this link. This is a third-party service that the VA uses. But if you want to use this barcode to set up an appointment, you can do that. All right. Now I don't know if you can use it directly off this, if it would work. Matter of fact, let me see. Where's my phone? I wonder if this actually works. Go to a bar scanner. You would think it would work though. This is the app your phone's been missing. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, it actually does work. So you can actually scan this video. You can scan the barcode on the video and opens up. And let me show you guys exactly what it does. So that's where it comes to. Where's the camera? So yeah, you can scan it right there. It'll come up and you can schedule your appointment right there and there. So yeah, you can scan the barcode right here on the video, pause it, scan it, set your appointment. No problem. It works. But there's a disclaimer at the bottom of this, and I'm going to say that again. It's a third-party service. It's not ran by the Department of Veterans Affairs. So they're telling you to use caution when you use that link. All right. And then last but not least is the list right here of what they cover for service connection, what they don't cover for service connection, what the foreign medical program actually covers, and what they don't cover. All right. So there's a lot of differences, guys. When you go to these countries from the US, the number ones are travel pay, dental, just overall healthcare. What do things cost? Now, I have no idea what things cost in Manila as far as you getting your healthcare or as far as what medications cost. You got to have a new CPAP and they won't replace it there. You got to buy one. All that stuff, dude. That stuff I have no idea about in Manila. No problem, Mr. Brown. Philippines on my bucket list. I always wanted to visit that beautiful country. Okay, cool. Let's see. You love that DR. You forgetting about what topic you're talking about. No, man, because he was asking me about that universal insurance, and my mind was on Uncle Al's clinic at that point. But yeah, but again, guys, and Bobby D said that last night. You're going to be required to have health insurance before you enter the Philippines, so you're going to have to get it anyway. So there's no way around it. And when somebody asks, well, can I just use the foreign medical program? Foreign medical program is not insurance. Okay. They don't have a policy or something they can just give you to say, yeah, you're covered for $500,000 while you're in this country. No, doesn't work like that. You need an actual policy. And it's coming here as well. You're going to need an actual policy. I believe it's up to $150,000 worth of coverage, if I'm not mistaken. So you need an actual policy. No more that, I'm going to just get by. Now, they don't want to hear that. You come here, you get sick, the country doesn't want to pay for your health care. You're supposed to be responsible for that. All right? Okay, guys, so if there's no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I will come back with a video tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you straight up with this video tomorrow, okay? Because I'm going to have Love and Freedom on with me as well. There's a individual who's here in Colombia right now. This individual takes pride in harassing YouTubers, myself and several other people. And I took it upon myself to be like, okay, enough is enough. So instead of trying to send subliminal messages and you trying to covertly talk about someone, I'm just going to go ahead and get the Department of Veterans Affairs as well as the Colombian government involved. That way, whenever this person decides to stick their head out like a turtle, there'll be somebody there waiting for them so they can escort them right on out of this country and put them in a mental hospital where they should be. And I'm being 1,000% serious. I'm going to break down tomorrow how all this works, just in case you're running into a similar issue where there's someone who just feels this need to harass or think that they go, continue to just call you out and bother you constantly. All these other people out there bother them constantly, and nothing's never going to happen to them. Well, the only way people like that get the message is for you to either take something away from them or let somebody else who can take something away from them get their attention. So with that being said, tomorrow's video is not going to be a very nice video, but it's going to be a video that I'm going to break down and tell you exactly how I'm going to do it. So there's going to be no surprises, and pretty much everybody will know who I'm talking about. Okay, and he's going to know, because either he's going to shut the fuck up and move on, or he's going to find himself in a mental hospital all alone with nothing. Because I want to cover one last thing before I go with what Bobby D said. Bobby D said something that is very true, that people can go to Manila and get their benefits faster. But also, okay, people who go to Manila, I'm gonna just say this, and you can, just some friendly advice. Well, I'm not giving advice, just some friendly uh, information I want to put out there. If you've been turned down multiple times in the States and you go to Manila and you get approved, you probably never want to file a claim again, because there was a reason why they kept turning you down in the States. So when you go and say you go back to the States and you file for another increase, or you're no longer in Manila, you're like in Europe, and you file for an increase, be careful what you do. That way that you got it in Manila by paying off that doctor to say certain things that were not true, and there were people there witnessing what happened who know how you got your disability was not true, be careful what you wish for. See, it's easy to get online and talk about people and say things when you got a lot of baggage, as if people can't find out about you. So this is a warning to the veteran here in Colombia who loves to get online and talk trash about myself, Loving Freedom, and other YouTubers. I hope you're paying attention tomorrow as I break down how exactly they're going to throw you out of this country and throw you right into a mental health ward. But until then, guys, I appreciate everybody watching as always. I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.